Hey guys, congratulations on finishing course 1. Now, before you move into the other parts of the curriculum and you continue your trading journey, I just wanted to check in with you and do a bit of a recap. Because when Zorn and I sought out to make the material for this course, we wanted to identify the most critical components to build upon, and laying the foundation is just that. So, we started with supply and demand. We looked at components of a market. We understand who the market participants are, buyers and sellers. Now, understanding this ongoing conversation of buyers and sellers is going to be important as we move forward. You're going to hear Zorn and I talk about this a lot. And the reason is to condition you guys to look at price and understand that it is telling a story and it does move for certain reasons. So, knowing these market participants and buyers and sellers, we started to look at supply and demand. And then we took it one step further and we found out that support and resistance, or SR, is the visual representation of supply and demand on our charts. We got our feet wet with some price action concepts, looking at candlestick formations. And then we took it one step further to identify diagonal and horizontal SR. SR is the building block of a lot of what we're going to be talking about, especially when we get into more advanced trading concepts. So we have supply and demand, and we took it one step further and we looked at identifying the trend. The trend is your friend. You need to be able to identify it, whether it's bullish, bearish, or it's ranging and it's in a consolidation phase. This is important because as we layer on tools going forward, it's going to be critical that you identify, is the market trending or ranging? So we have supply and demand, we have identifying the trend, and then we introduced one of my favorite concepts, market structure. MSA, market structure analysis, is something that Zorn and I use religiously. And this helps us really identify what the trade setup is going to be, trending markets, and our bias. Now, the only way you're going to get good at this is if you practice it. Practice makes perfect. So I really encourage you guys to go back through some of the learning assessments and look at the questions and answers and really identify what we're trying to get you to understand. Also, put in the screen time. Chart time is going to help you become a better trader. It's going to condition your mind and your eyes to see those swing points. Looking at market structure. Are we making higher highs and higher lows? And we're in an uptrend. Are we making lower highs and lower lows in a downtrend? So we have supply and demand, identifying the trend, market structure analysis, and then we're layering in time frame analysis. Time frame analysis is crucial. Again, this is going to be huge going forward. And what did we learn? We learned that the higher time frame holds more weight. And those levels that price visits over those high time frames is important. Now, whether you want to be a swing trader or a position trader, or even a scalper looking at low time frame analysis and identifying those high time frame levels, whether it's your daily, your weekly, your monthly, is key. And I want you guys to get in gear and figure out when you look at a chart to really start with the high time frame. So we have supply and demand, identifying the trend, market structure, time frame, and lastly, one of the most important, risk management. Zorn went over this in great detail, and he explained probability versus profitability. We looked at risk-reward ratios. And this is important because as you develop as a trader, understanding your risk parameters and the setups you want to take and the tools that you're going to use is key for your growth. Again, this doesn't happen overnight, but the more practice you put in, the better trader you're going to become. Lastly, what good is all this if we're not reflecting on our actions? Journaling. We can't stress how important journaling is. This also stems back to building your system, knowing what your strengths and weaknesses are. Once you figure that out, it's going to be easier for you to dial in what trade setups work for you and what you're comfortable with, maybe what you're not that strong at. Again, the more you reflect, the better it's going to be in the long term. So, supply and demand, identifying the trend, market structure, time frame analysis, risk management. 5 critical components that you guys really need to grasp before you move on into the curriculum and go into the more advanced sections. But again, I really wanted to just check in with you guys, make sure you're getting the key takeaways that Zoran and I want you to understand and that you're putting in the screen time, and practice makes perfect. So, we look forward to seeing you in course 2. Take care.